Yo, what's up? This is Vivi from Nantes. Today I bring a special video, a special episode because it's 1 year since I moved in this beautiful city and I started a project from zero, my music school, and I wanted to give a testimonial, an insight of how it has been this year that I'm pretty sure is going to be very helpful, this insight for bands that are starting their projects or people is starting their musical project. And basically because everything is the same. When you want to emerge, blast off a project from zero, you have to dedicate a lot of energy. It's like blasting off a plane, you know? So you have to put 100% of your energy from a long period of time, planting seeds, make energy, work hard about the project until somehow in time eventually it will blast off and start flying, right? And it's something that you cannot get sleep on it, and you have to maintain working, but especially the beginnings, let's say that always it's hard. I have this experience with Cryzix because it took us 17 years to make this band like really profitable. We had to learn a lot of things on the way because we started from zero. For the ones who don't know the band, it's a metal band from Barcelona that we released 6 studio albums. We toured all over the world, Japan, United States, Latin America, everywhere. And we did everything. We worked with labels, with managers, everything. And I know what I mean when I explain this concept of putting all your energy in one project. And by the way, if you have a band, I'm pretty sure you will find very useful this playlist over here, Touring is My Business, where I share the music business side of all this we lived in the band during all these 17 years. So as I said, blasting off a project it takes a lot of energy. And to me, it was the same when I came here in Nantes. I came without job, but this idea of starting my own school of extreme metal picking for metal musicians, for learning not just the guitar, but eventually also I wanted to teach music business and everything what I learned basically in these last 18 years in this school, for offering it to musicians that wanted to learn more how to make their bands really progress and move forward. So I started 1 year ago this project because yes, it took me 17 years of dedicating all my life to Cryzix, and for the first time I found a spot in our lifetime in the band that we could stop a little bit. We announced a break for the band, and it was a perfect time for me to start getting aligned of what I really wanted to do apart from Cryzix, what I really wanted to do as a professional side, how I could offer my service and my help to other people and what I was good at. And I found out, or I realized, for a long time I was really looking forward this idea of having a business of my own that I could bring everywhere in the world, that it was digital, and I could work basically from whatever place of the world, because in the end I'm touring, my life is touring and traveling, and I cannot work in an office or in a same place that requires my presence. That's why I needed to find the music business, the business model that could be fitting my necessities basically. And that's when started my idea of, let's make a music school, an online music school that could allow me to work with people from all over the world, because I was teacher in academies and Barcelona, in Igualada, but it was presential, and it was really difficult to maintain and to play with shows and everything. And all the musicians that will be listening to this episode, I'm pretty sure that it will be familiar to all of you. You have to ask for holidays and basically make like a Tetris with your schedules to be able to play all the shows you want to do, but also maintain your life professionally, because if you have a band, don't expect to have incomes in the first 2, 3, 4 years. It's all about investing energy and everything. So it's like a little cow and you have to let it grow. Okay, that's why if you're starting a music band, it's very important that you put yourself the chip that you can't expect music fees very early in the band. All right, so when I came here in Nantes 1 year ago, as I said, I came with nothing sure, because I didn't start the music school. I didn't know how this would work for me. and I didn't have a job here. The only thing I had is time for me, because the crisis was taking a break, and I had one opportunity to have a flat here in Nantes. So with all these things, without too much earnings and without too much savings in my account, because I said, okay, I take a flight and I go to this city, because somehow something deep inside of me was telling me very clearly that I needed to do this step. So that's why I didn't think too much about it, and I say like, okay, I have to go here. And I had experience with the crisis, with all these managing these different schedules, these different things in life, and a lot of incomes and a lot of outcomes, because with the band we had to face a lot of financial things. But it was the time that I was starting all this alone, so I had to do this is the bridge, by the way. I had to invest everything on my own. I was alone doing this business, so I had to do the investment, because even that it's an online school, you have to invest money in the beginning, like any other business. It's not like I open it and it's gonna work. So I had to learn a lot of things, learn from other mentors and people that would help me get better idea of how to establish this business in a correct way. And all this was investment, learn, put a lot of energy, do something that I was not really familiar with, so it was uncomfortable. And yes, it was a very huge learning process. So everything was on my own, the risks were on my own, and I had to navigate a lot of uncertainty, because of course I had some savings out from all this investment and coming here, but these savings were just for some couple months. So I had to start like figuring out how I'm gonna be paying the rent in the next 4 months or whatever. So it was like the biggest faith exercise of my life. And this is something that, as I said before, with crisis, I used to do it. I used to act like this, because, for example, when you have an European tour that you have to tour, like you have to invest and you have to pay the tour costs and everything up front, and you have to put a lot of money with the uncertainty of knowing if you're gonna get back the money or not. It's something that I was used to do with the band, and I knew that if you put the work, you trust yourself enough, and you really don't get you have a positive mental attitude to really make things go, you can make things go, right? But this time I was alone and I was doing it on my own, and it was pretty fucking tough in the beginning. I have to say, it was tough of navigating all this pressure, but meanwhile stay creative and stay focused with the goal of, okay, let's make this shit roll, you know? So after all this process, and of course in the beginning I had always in the beginning you always have problems. I had problems here with my flat and everything. It's like somebody was trying to tell me like, bro, you did a mistake coming here. I had this feeling the first weeks that I moved here. But after that, the doors started to open, the things started to roll, everything started to work, and I put the most efforts of work of my life, and thanks God or whatever, universe or whatever, 1 year later I can say that I could establish this school, this music school. I could establish this project, and now is giving me a stable income. And I have to say that I never earned so much money in music in my life, because with being a musician, a touring musician, you have a lot of income when you tour, but then when you not tour, you're not having that enough income. So now I found a way that I have a good income all the year, and that's something that I am proud of myself. And it's no one gave it to me, no one gifted to me, but I earned every inch of this project that I built here with my sweat in my blood. And this is exactly the same when you are in a band. Is exactly the same. You have to earn with your sweat and your blood the results and the outcome you will have with your band, the fans, the purchases, the people that will go see you in the shows. You have to put the work, you know. And eventually with time, and this is the thing, this is the game of, so we've been taught to believe what we see, but this game of having a band or starting a business from zero like I did, it's believing first and then seeing after the results, you know. It's the opposite. You really have to act like this, and and with your band it's exactly the same. So, and when you put this faith on your project, then you start to getting more creative and getting better ideas. So I just wanted to give this testimonial to inspire any of you that maybe you had this idea of moving out or starting a new project or doing whatever. If you have really deep inside of you, if you have this feeling, this call that you should move, you should go somewhere, you should start something, and even that it feels crazy and it feels like it's gonna be impossible to do it and you will not be able to achieve it, if you have this deep inner call, I encourage you, man, that you try to do it. You follow that voice, because this voice was really deep inside me. This voice was telling me for years that I wanted to move out, to isolate myself for some time and experience my life in a different way. And it was the perfect opportunity for me to listen to this voice, listen to myself, align myself with what I really wanted to do and what I wanted to say, do and think. Because this is something that I was not 100% aligned. I figured out now that I've been here that I was thinking a lot of things, I was saying a lot of things, but I was not doing all the things. So I needed to align all these things to start really living the life that I really wanted to do, and that I felt joy, and I felt like I'm helping others and really being a useful instrument and a useful tool for people. And somehow being here alone, at least the first months, I really wanted to stay calm and stay alone with my monk life that I was just focused on myself. That was very important for me to start from zero and start getting more and more aligned with things that I wanted to do and connect more with the purpose that the things that I really want to do here, you know, with music, with my projects, with my business projects and everything, also with friendships, relationships and everything. And after that, everything started to came slowly, and here I connected with a lot of cool people, cool friends, cool new friends, relationships, and things that are providing me a lot of joy. And yes, I'm very happy here. And if you have this call, I tell you, if you have this call for your band, for your music career, or because you need to live somewhere else that you don't feel that your place you don't fit in anymore, follow that voice. That's the only thing I can tell you. It's very scary at the beginning, I know, but I can only say follow that voice. And right now it's here. One more year I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna be working more and more and getting better with my music school, extreme metal picking and an extreme metal business, where I'm gonna be working with more musicians now in September, October. And I'm happy. I'm so happy to be doing all this, and the new projects that are coming are very, very exciting. So thank you for watching this episode, this testimonial with me 1 year in France, and I send you much love from here. Everything is all right, everything is perfect. So thanks for watching.